Hello, stream.
Good evening.
I'm no. Hey
there they are.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
We just went live. We were gonna talk until you got here.
Yeah,
You're good.
You're fine.
I'm sorry.
I forgot it was my week, so don't feel bad.
I'm sorry. I am dressed though, and I am with my makeup, so.
Okay, cool. Sound's coming through as well.
Oh, good. Yeah, I went through
figured.
and like fixed shit.
Yeah, and shit is the important thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, already talked about me and Faye's shortcomings for this week. So, how's everybody else's week been?
Not doing great.
Hopefully, better than ours.
In the interest of HIPAA compliance, I plead the fifth.
I mean, you just got thrown a project, so you're fine.
Oh, did I tell you guys how little I'm told at work? One of our drivers is leaving, and people have known about it for 3 or 4 weeks now. Or, I mean, 2 or 3 weeks now. And I found out a couple days ago when they have 1 week left.
I mean, that's okay. We get things in, and then they put it away, and then they tell me that we got something in. I was like, all right, where's the packing slip? Oh, I don't have that. What did you put away? Oh, I don't know. How did you put it away?
Also got confirmed that at least one, but probably both of the other female team leads have slept with my boss.
Ew.
I know that feeling, and I hate that I know that feeling. I understand you.
I am 100% not going to. Don't want to. No thanks. I don't feel I need to do that to you know, be in good standing.
Yeah, see, that's one of those things that I can't even make a joke about, okay? Because, no, that shit's gross. Don't do that.
Yep.
If that's how you have to keep your job, maybe you should find a different job that you're better at.
I don't know if that's what it is, but they definitely, at least 2 of them have, maybe the 3 of them not together because the 2 females could not stand each other before I got there.
All I'm going to say is that the person that's like fucking my boss, he makes like 95K a year. Like, I'm pissed at him because I don't know what the fuck he does, but he's getting a check.
He lays down and takes
That's
it.
fair.
I would be laughing at the shit if I wasn't pushed out of the office because they want to fuck. It was fucking weird, dog.
I remember you telling us about that. That was pretty weird.
The creepy assistant manager continues to not quite hit on me.
Cool.
It's great.
How about, yeah, no.
Quickly get my glue in my lashes, but I'm not going to stand up, so I'm going to quickly, like, put you guys behind my computer because this is a rave outfit and I don't need you seeing anything of what is here. Thank you.
That's fine.
Instead you can look at my dog as she picks through my fucking shit. Say hi to some nice people.
The pupper.
Say hi
Yay,
to these
puppy.
people. Don't follow me, please.
She
Please
followed
don't.
you.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's about right. Dog says stay. Well, yeah, no, they're not.
Pretty girl.
Then we have Potato Cat's ear. And we have this one. Then we have this one.
She is down there asleep. Yeah.
Being a good little puppy.
She has not been. She has been out of her mind the past week or two because we've had a bunch of Amazon deliveries of Christmas packages rolling in.
Stop ordering things from Amazon.
I literally live half an hour away from everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's more me being bitter of don't give me more things to do.
Yeah, I promise I would not if I could help it. I absolutely would not ever buy from Amazon again if I had the choice.
I think the only one that might be demographically close enough to actually get something from an Amazon iService is Buttons. I think. Just because of how regions line up. I know Detroit is its own separate freaking thing. Like Michigan and Minnesota and Wisconsin are its own separate thing. And then I think like Indiana down to like, I think Arkansas is in there, is like an entire freaking region. And it's weird.
I wouldn't be surprised because we have I'm literally half an hour away from the international airport. So
yeah, oddly enough, it's not that.
Oh.
It's the amount of people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still tracks. I mean, I've had packages go like to Indianapolis and then out to Ohio and back to Indianapolis and then to me before. So.
That's okay. The place that I used to work at before I actually got this job, I had a package go through there. I packed the stupid thing. I looked at the label and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Why is it going to South Carolina and then coming back? Like I could literally drive it over to the other building in 35 minutes and then drive it home in 45.
But you'd probably get in trouble for interfering with the system, probably.
Yes.
So stupid.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay.
And actually, now that I think about it, Cosmic might be just close enough to be able to get something from Memphis. But not Birmingham. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Because I know Virginia's got a bunch of things, and Jersey's got a bunch of things, and Pennsylvania's got a bunch of things. So like, there's stuff all over the place over there. And yeah, and then you're getting your stuff from Massachusetts or New York.
To be fair, though, I know your mom's address, so I can just order stuff there and have you deal with it.
I don't know what you're talking about with me dealing with anything. Good luck knowing my login. That I'm not allowed to actually like use tools anymore. So.
You good to roll?
Yeah, I think we're good. So
Also, I want to say sorry again for being late. So sorry.
you're fine, kid. still think it's shorter than most other people's.
Mm.
Nice. Okay. In any case, yeah. In any case, we're back. It is Sunday. It is after 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, and we know what that means. Every other week, at least, it is Life in Blood Atlanta. And as such, I am the storyteller. I am Dengle. This is World of Darkness, so if there's anything that comes up in tonight's episode, in tonight's stream, that causes you any personal unrest, please take care of that before you proceed, if you feel like you can proceed. If you feel like you can't, I'm not going to hold it against you. Other people might, but I'm not going to hold it against you to step away and just come back next time, and we'll do a recap. So joining me this evening is everybody's favorite Salubri, Buttons, playing Shiloh.
Good evening.
I don't have anything good for Tory, I'm sorry. But Faye, playing Tory.
Thanks.
You hear yourself?
Yeah, you're muted, but it's fine. It's fine. Then we have Steven, of course.
Okay.
He didn't run away from the cops this time. And then we have Dessi, played by Cosmic.
Hi.
Fashionably late. So, would anybody care to enlighten us as to what happened last time?
Nothing.
You don't know with Winnie.
I think you looked amazing last time. Thank you.
Sure. Oh, how did that night start?
We had to rescue Winnie.
Yeah. That happened. There was a kind of deal made. We went to see the Ventru Primogen. Problems are popping up for Winnie because his job's being bought out by someone who looks to be a kindred, maybe?
On paper, it looks like it. But you've asked around. Nobody's heard of this particular person. However, you were invited to a dinner party. You assume that there will be real food there. Hopefully that won't cause problems for anyone. In any case, can I please get your rouse checks for the evening?
Best.
I also
failed.
passed. Uh-oh.
I passed. Shiloh's still at 2.
God damn it. It's always one. Dang it, Tory.
To be fair, it seems to be Tory more often than not.
Especially lately. She was good for a long time. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, but then it was Steven when you weren't. So. But in any case, so we wake up and I know Shiloh's at 2, Tory's at 3, Dessi and Steven.
3.
Okay, that's probably good that Steven didn't get any hungrier.
I think
And
I'm
then
2.
Okay. So knowing what is ahead of you this evening, is there anything that anyone would like to take care of first thing in the morning? Quote unquote.
I'd like to go hunting because I am afraid now that you said that.
Okay. So you are a siren, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. So What is your normal stomping grounds, as it were?
Club scene.
Okay. So you go to the nearest place that's at or above standards, which isn't too far away. Because, I mean, there's one right across the street, but you would never be caught dead there. And you run down there real quick to get your fill. And it's quickly apparent that there's quite a few, at the absolute least, relatively attractive people there. Finding a victim won't be overly difficult. So I'm going to give you that one for free.
Thank you.
And Shiloh and Steven, are either of you going to feed?
No, Shiloh's gonna ride it.
Okay. And then Steven.
Nope.
Okay.
If I remember, Tory fed on the revenants the night prior, right?
I believe so, yes.
So that's a no-go from them, presumably.
Correct.
Not even one. They'll have to go hunting.
Now, I will remind you that you do have Winnie if you want to take that chance.
Yeah, but not until we know how he can feed again.
And then you also have the Tremere.
Would he let her?
That would be a, do you want to contact them? Would Tory want to actually contact them?
He would check in. And if the animals are doing well, then possibly.
Text message or actual call?
Text.
Okay. So, the quick and easy way of doing that is animals were delivered today. The people you sent out to put the pens up did a real quick job. We have a cow and a couple goats. If you need a bite, I can at least sustain myself now.
Are you free?
I can be.
Just a small one.
I assume you
I
want
promise. I can come get it if you want.
No, it's fine. I need to step out for something anyway.
Okay, I'll be here.
Containment vessels for the fermentation process.
Ah.
So they
I'll
will
do
stop
one
in real
hunger
quick.
there.
Okay. They'll stop in real quick and let you take the one hunger. They seem to be happy as can be.
That's something at least. Surprised they're letting her do this, honestly. She put them in torpor last time they were together.
They may or may not have something hidden on them now to like protect.
Good for them.
So Steven, you said you did want to attempt to find something? Or no?
Yeah, so try to find something.
Okay. What would you like to try to find? Do you want to go the bagged route because you can? Or do you want to find something fresh?
Let's go bagged.
Okay. Can I get a wits and subterfuge? And if you have black market, you can absolutely, or not subterfuge, streetwise. And if you have black market, you can absolutely add that in.
Four.
You find somebody that you don't know how fresh it is, but you also don't care. You can eat it. It'll give you 1 back, which is better than nothing.
I'll take it.
Okay. But beyond that, your normal supplier doesn't have anything ready quite yet. It says in 2 or 3 days. They should have a little bit more that you can just readily buy. So everybody has fed that wants to feed at least a little bit. How would you like to get ready for the evening? Beyond that, of course.
Probably business casual.
Please tell me that Steven just wears a clean pair of jeans and like a polo.
It's a dress button up. That's short sleeve.
Also might have some Hawaiian print on it, but it's fine.
Or you would get ready and not what she normally wears and probably have like slacks and then bare shoulder shirt.
Okay.
And probably not her boots for once. Again, just normal shoes.
Okay.
Slightly on the dressier side, but not dress shoes.
Okay. And Shiloh and Dessi, is there anything special that you're doing for the morning? Or, well, beginning of the evening?
You're
we
muted.
cannot hear you, Dessi.
I muted myself. Thank you. Everything's going great today. Yes, I know it said business, formal or casual. She doesn't really care. Pink hair. She has this lovely tiara on. Has all the glittery makeup on. This lace outfit, the choker. These like thigh-high, what look like hooker boots.
Fashion statement
And yes,
is what I'm hearing.
yes, and yes, the boots are in my closet.
Very nice. Okay. And then as far as Shiloh is concerned, how is Shiloh dressing up? Because we know how Shiloh dresses up.
Shiloh probably doesn't really have a whole lot that's like business casual. So what she's probably going to do is she's probably going to pull out the ensemble that she wore to Elysium, that like champagne colored 3-piece suit, lose the jacket, and then wear that.
So just the vest is what I'm hearing.
Vest and top with the slacks and pumps and matching headscarf, yeah.
I was going to ask if she was still rocking a beanie or not.
Nah.
That's unfortunate. Anyway, so you all get ready, and I believe you agreed to meet at the bar.
I mean, probably yes. That's usually the go-to.
Yeah.
If they didn't,
Like
Tory assume they would. Tory would assume they would.
Okay.
We don't have a problem.
So you all meet there, and you've got a couple minutes before you need to like get in a car and go, which you have been supplied a vehicle from Kamari. Yeah. And Cameron already had set that up for you. Make sure everybody's good to go. Make sure nobody needs anything special before he kind of leaves you to your devices. So with that, I will actually leave you to your devices. Winnie is not there yet, though.
Where are you?
I'm on my way. Traffic's a pain in the butt.
Fine. Question for you. Would Tory know what her beast's stance is on food at this point?
As far as being able to actually eat?
Mm-hmm.
What is a adjacent word for go screw yourself without actually saying that?
No, I understand that. Does she know?
Oh, probably not, but I have a feeling that she's been in this particular state before, so she has an idea.
Yeah. Okay. So the other 3 are here, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Slight problem, possibly.
Oh.
I can't actually eat anything anymore.
It's not good.
Yeah. Just say you're not feeling well.
Or you can sit next to me. I'll just be off your plate when she's not looking.
Probably the better plan. Or
Cool.
both.
That's what like Valley girls in like California do. Sick.
I suppose you would know.
Oh, I
wouldn't
wasn't
you?
supposed. I'm not from California.
I don't know where you're from, other than New York.
Yeah. I don't like the hills.
I never made it out to California.
No, I didn't either. Never bothered. Too much of a hassle.
I like California. I love the people there. Everyone's so friendly.
So you do know by experience.
Well, no, I eat food sometimes. Typically, maybe.
Just wanted you to be aware that that is actually a problem that I can't overcome.
Oh, it's cool. Most people just go to the bathroom and throw up later. And you're valid. Because if I say you're not, then that's bad because typically when you say that girls look bad when they do it, they try and kill themselves. If I say it to a guy, it's fine.
Well, it's not so much that they look bad. It's just that causes stomach ulcers when you get older. So that's great. But I guess we don't have to worry about that now.
No,
I don't
not
know.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess unless you had them previous to being embraced. I don't really know the logistics on that one. Because you become what happened the night you returned. Anyway, I can't eat anymore and I can't pretend to be human enough to keep it down. So, not feeling good, and then Steven's gonna have to nibble on things.
Wonderful.
This is why I practiced for the year after I got embraced.
You remember that issue I had when I came back from my trip that I told you about.
Yeah.
That's why.
Mm.
If you recall when we first met, I ate and drank things in the bar.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I can't anymore.
So, what's this person's name again that we're going to see?
Peggy Kerr.
Peggy Kerr. And we know absolutely nothing.
Oh, just that fake paper trail.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that they are young-ish.
Okay.
After a few minutes, Winnie does show up and kind of says hi to everyone. It's like, I figured out the whole you now problem. I was sick yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And you had to take care of me? Good. We'll just say that you caught it from me, okay?
Okay.
They're not going to question it too much, I don't think.
Probably not. If they're a kindred, the ruse is unnecessary, and if they're not, then we can just make them forget or take care of the whole issue in and of itself.
Yeah. I wish I was like, I don't remember his name. The one that could smell what people were before actually getting with them.
I can. Kind of.
Why am I not surprised? Useful, but yeah. Yeah, they
Look, I have a pool to pick things up from, and that's mostly where they came from.
I know, trust me. But in any case, I'm happy that everybody looks the part, I guess, to make sure that, like, it's not obvious that, yeah. I have absolutely no idea beyond I got a call from my supervisor saying that daytime boss is going to be at the dinner too. His name's Bernard, so just, yeah, I haven't met this person. Sent me a picture of, hey, this is what to expect. Anybody remember the old Addams Family show?
Yes.
Of course.
He looks like a tan lurch.
Oh.
No.
Very tall, very imposing, very tan, actually. It's kind of funny.
You ran.
Oh, I'm just hoping that's what he's going to sound like.
That's interesting.
Let's hope that this goes well.
Yeah.
So anyway, please tell me that we're taking the car that's outside as well.
No, you have to fit in my bike.
I mean, I would. I don't know about the rest of them.
Yes, we're taking that car.
So, I'm ready when you are, if there's anything else that needs to happen.
We were just waiting on you. Would you like to drive or should I?
I think
Or
whoever your
guess
driver
Steven
is.
can.
I mean, I can, but I'd rather not.
She will toss the keys to Steven.
Steven will drive them.
And it is a luxury sedan. Even with 3 people in the back, there's plenty of room for everyone. Wonders of luxury vehicles, right? And in short time, you come up to a pretty nice house. I mean, it's got a gate across the front, but you just assume that it's because you're in the city and it's an actual standalone house and it's nice, so extra security is probably not bad. It is just north of the crematorium and the sprawl. A couple blocks south and it would be in the sprawl, but it's not quite there. It's definitely in Cyril's area.
Oh, I thought you said it was just inside the sprawl.
Well, it might be. I don't remember.
She would
Yeah.
message Cyril if
It's
they're going into
right
his.
along that line, regardless. And as you pull up, you kind of ring and get buzzed in after stating who you are, what you're there for. And you pull up front. It's, like I said, it's not a huge house. It's definitely bigger than what most would expect to be in Atlanta. You're met out front, and it's, sure enough, what you assume to be is Bernard. It's not quite as tall as when he said that he was going to be. When he's not terribly tall himself, so. But he is still rather muscular, and he does have a very strong jaw. Doesn't quite hit the lurch feel, but kind of see where he gets it from. It's like, now, thank y'all for being here. I understand that Winfield here had some medical problems last night. Happy to see that you're doing better. My name's Bernard, and I would like to invite you inside. Miss Peggy will be joining us here shortly. Dinner is almost done, and we also have, well, the bar is open for anyone that's not driving.
Thank you.
Then he opens the door and lets you in. And it is double doors. You come into the front hallway and it's not terribly wide. It's 10 or 15 feet wide. You can see clear upstairs, but it's not terribly deep either. You look into the back and it's just a decent sized living room. To the left is an actual dining room. To the right is kitchen area. And you can smell the food being made. And it smells good.
Before we get into the house, Blush of Life, please. And I failed that rouse check,
Yes.
so I'm at 3.
Okay.
Shiloh's also putting Blush of Life up as we move through the house. She succeeded, though.
Steven's back at 3.
Okay. All right. So you proceed in the house, and you are kind of left to your own devices. He doesn't necessarily usher you into the dining room or usher you into the living room. You can kind of go wherever, just as long as it's not upstairs. Which, like I said, bottom floor isn't huge. It isn't overly expansive, but it is nice. Does show you where the bathroom is in case if you need it.
Living room, I guess? At least Tory would take a seat there.
Okay.
Steven's actually going to go into the bathroom.
Okay.
Once he's in there, he is going to turn on the faucet and try to force a premonition.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that rouse check, please.
Only 2 on the actual roll.
Okay. And what exactly are you trying to focus on while you do this?
Focus on the people we're meeting tonight.
Okay. So 2 isn't very good. But with this, I like to give you something, even if it's just 1. It might be a very bad something, but at least it's something. So Stephen's rather young, like chronologically. So as you're in the bathroom and the water's running, kind of you're staring at the water and it kind of gets kind of muddy until it actually becomes legitimately like brown, that brown gray brackish grossness that you find at like the end of major waterways, especially if they're heavily traveled. And then in there you get to see some like black streaks and gold flakes. But you don't get a whole lot of extra information beyond that. You can hear music, but you don't know what kind. It's not at the forefront. The water rushing through the sink is overpowering that. You don't get to sink quite as deep into the premonition as you wanted. Also, that food is really distracting, and you can actually eat food without like trying to eat food. So, still doesn't taste good, but it can smell good. So, anyone else?
Al's just gonna meander around looking at things.
Same
Okay.
here.
Too on edge
Same
to
here.
sit. Too on edge to sit anywhere, but still wanting to be polite.
Desdemona's just kind of ditzy in a bubblehead. She's like, "Oh my god, look at that thing!"
So, the wall decor is pretty typical of a I just want things on the wall but still look nice. You take a look inside the kitchen. The person cooking is very adept at what they're doing. However, the general decor is pretty standard of like, I want to look nice, but I don't want to put effort into it. The living room furniture is all leather. It's real leather. The end tables and the coffee table is real wood, not veneered wood, real wood. And there is a television, but it is not on. There is also a real fireplace. Walls are freshly painted white. You can still barely get a hint of the fresh paint smell. And the living room, or not the living room, the dining room table is a nice deep cherry wood with a very dark red like area rug underneath. The chairs match the table almost to a perfect T, as well as the cushions on the chair match the rug. Might be a little bit too matchy, but it looks nice regardless.
Is there any as we're walking around? Is there any hint of anything personal to it, or does it all just feel like this very stiff front? Like,
Give me insight and whatever you feel is necessary to go along with that for this particular, whether it be charisma or wits.
go wits and insight. It's both. It's the same either way. So,
Okay.
Wits and sight. Okay. Starting off great. 4 and a skull. We're doing great.
Oh, that's fine. A skull only matters if you fail. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of personal touch to it. It's more of a... The decorations are probably there if they entertain, not for their own entertainment or amusement purpose. House seems to be pretty business oriented still.
Desi's gonna clock this, like, because it, like, we can still tell it just looks kind of off, like a person doesn't live in here, right?
It doesn't look like they use the space a whole lot. So what's the point in... Yeah.
Wow, what a nice renovated place you have here. It's almost like it came straight out of the box. Still has that new smell to it.
Yes, we were pushing to get the house done since Peggy wanted to move in shortly after acquiring a business relatively new to the area, of course. I know it's a little bit impersonal. I know it's a little bit impersonal, but the interior designer that we hired thought that after the renovation we were going to flip the house, so we legitimately wanted to keep it, obviously. Might need to get somebody else in to, fix some of the less personal aspects. So, is your friend okay? He's been in the bathroom for quite a while, and about this time, Steven, you're coming out of it.
Oh, I don't know him. I guess that's normal behavior. Maybe.
He's fine. Just little socially awkward. First person, new person jitters and all that.
That's fair. He doesn't seem overly comfortable in the clothes that he's wearing as well. Just doesn't strike me as the formal dinner type.
Not
No,
all of us can be tens, but we can be in our heads.
Speaking of dinner, I hope everyone is okay with red meat. We got roast beef, some potatoes and carrots. Nothing overly fancy, but it's appropriate for the setting.
very nice.
Can I do scent of prey?
Yes, you can.
That's the one we talked about that will do the thing.
Yes.
4.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, sure. This is gonna be great.
Is there a role that is associated with that?
So resolve in animalism versus difficulty based on the prey.
Okay.
Am I rolling that?
Yeah, please do.
Oh boy. Okay. So there's that. What is it? Resolve. Oh, not good. Not good. That's a scary roll. Doing a skull. You want me to relink it to you?
No, I'm reading.
Okay.
So it looks like 2 is a baseline, which is useful.
Well, that was for following.
Right. I would say that's good enough to know something's a little bit off. Don't know exactly what's going on. Something's a little bit off with Bernard. And really the entire house smells a little bit off. Don't know if it's new construction or, well, newly renovated construction or what, but yeah.
Anything with the meat being cooked?
No. Smells like meat.
Okay. Smells good.
They are actually have been looking for a job for a couple months now. They used to work at a French restaurant downtown that was closed abruptly after the health inspectors came in because there was a rat swarm, and I don't know.
I heard about that.
Regardless, we have them now. They are rather good at their job, and they're willing to work the odd hours that we need them to work at times.
Odd hours.
Oh, just long business meetings and such. Sometimes don't get over until 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Then sometimes have to be up as early as 4 o'clock in the morning because need breakfast before we get moving. Isn't that right?
We're very familiar with burning the midnight oil.
Good. About that time, the little bell from inside the kitchen rings, and apparently it's ready to be served. I will get them to go into the wine. It's not a cellar, it's really just like wine cabinet that we have. Any requests as far as that's concerned?
No.
I don't drink a lot of wine, so I'll leave it up to you.
I appreciate the offer, but I try and stay dry.
Okay. I will leave it up to chef's choice. Usually works out pretty well.
Do I hear?
And Bernard goes and takes a seat next to the head of the table. Seems to be 5 other seats, and none of them are at the other end.
Tory would take a seat closest to them.
Okay, so directly across or directly next to.
Across.
Okay. I just need to know where everybody's sitting.
Steven will sit on the left side of Tory.
Okay.
Shiloh's been around the block enough to she takes the end.
Okay, on Tory's
You'll
side.
take whatever's left.
Okay. So Dessi sits next to Bernard and Winnie sits across from Shiloh, leaving the head of the table open. She's like, I apologize. I sent her a message. She'll be down in just a second. In the meantime, and he starts cutting up the roast. And it looks nice. It looks properly done. Lay some out on everybody's plate. It's like you don't necessarily have to wait until she comes down. However, if you want to, by all means.
I don't mind waiting.
And he gets to the end, and as he's laying, or as he's cutting up the last piece, he kind of looks and says, there wasn't quite enough for everyone. 1 second, I've got to go in and get something done real quick about that.
I can pass mine off. I'm not really sure, but I don't think I'll be able to eat too much tonight anyway. Maybe a passable bug, but it only just recently started.
No, it's quite all right. I'd have it just in case. You can just pick at it, poke at it, whatever. It's fine. If you don't eat it, we'll give it to somebody on the street. It won't be but a couple minutes to get him to. Between you and I, always keeps a little bit for himself. More than enough to split into 2 portions. So, Bernard pops over. You can hear them talking real quick, and there's a grumble. Fine, whatever. I guess. Then you can hear some plates clattering and like stuff getting thrown onto a plate. And about this time, a woman comes walking down the stairs, and she's very well dressed. I don't remember what the picture I had going off of was. I believe I shared it with you, Faye, though. Do you remember exactly?
Yes.
Like specifics?
Give me 1 second.
I'm happy that you keep these things and I don't sometimes. Okay. Yeah, like I said, fairly well dressed. A dark colored shirt. She does have a tie that is loosely done. Hair kind of pulled up. Does have glasses. You can see there are headphones in her ear. She gets about halfway down before she pulls out one of them. She's like, I apologize. I was on a meeting. Just taking care of some last minute business. And she kind of looks and, well, it's fine. Please take a seat, enjoy, eat, drink, be merry, just be happy, healthy. That's really all that matters. Okay. I apologize. I understand that Winfield was a little bit sick last night.
Yeah, he's doing better now, obviously.
Obviously, you look better. He just kind of like nods and smiles, and he like cuts a small piece of his off and shoves it in. You can see he's kind of sitting there chewing it for a minute before he eventually swallows. Much more color to you, and he does look like he has more color. I understand that it might have been anxiety, and I apologize. It was a quick acquisition, and I didn't really get to make proper introductions, and things changed, and I didn't take into account the people that worked there. I also didn't expect to have somebody that has been on the books for nearly 50 years now. It's quite a long time, and I apologize. I should have at least introduced myself before kind of just throwing you to the proverbial wolves. If Dengle could talk, that'd be great. I assume Bernard has made somewhat of an introduction as to like who I am.
We know your name.
Oh, I swear I'm not. I should dock his pay, but I'm not going to because I'm too nice for that. She's like, well, first and foremost, I am originally from the New Orleans area. I've lost much of the accent, thank goodness. I've been here and there. I kind of moved around a little bit growing up. I'm a fledgling businesswoman. Done a couple things here and there. It's boring as far as like portfolio stuff. Decided rather than the normal means of making money of like effectively just trying to sell snake oil to people or things that they don't need. Figured end of life care and end of life happenings was more what I wanted to do. It seemed like a better service to give to people, which is how I've kind of ended up here.
I wasn't expecting you to be so young. It's kind of an odd profession for someone on the younger side.
I am older than I look. Not much older, but I am older than I look, I promise.
Certainly an admirable career path. Not everyone is cut out for end-of-life care.
No, and unfortunately it's after life care that I'm doing, but I am trying to expand a little bit on exactly what I do have my fingers in. I would like to expand to the actual like taking care of people portion of it as well. I just haven't gotten there yet.
You and I may be doing business at some point in the future then.
How so?
I'm opening up an emergency care center in the poorer part of the city.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's actually useful. I certainly hope that you have taken your demographic into consideration when you're planning this stuff.
Of course.
Oh, good. That's what I'm trying to take into consideration as well. In any case, enough about me. I know next to nothing about any of you, except for Winfield, of course. I've seen at least the employment record. Very good reviews. There was a while there where he was out more often than not, but he had enough vacation time saved up that he was fine. But how about you kind of go around and introduce yourself to me? And because, like I said, I don't know anything about any of you, and I feel bad. And by this point, Bernard's walking in, and he's got a plate of food, and he places it down in front of him. Of course, he tried to save the best for himself, right? Places it down in front of her, and she just kind of looks at it and looks back up and says, "Thank you." And it looks the same. Maybe a little bit more well done than yours, but looks the same.
So Steven spent a lot of time around meat. Can you tell if there's anything particularly off about it?
What would you like to roll to try to figure out if there's anything wrong with yours or hers?
I kind of feel like intelligence and medicine fits.
We can do that. I would also accept academics, or if you have anything in cooking or butchery for craft.
Two.
Okay. Everything looks right. Nothing looks off on your food, and you can't really see hers, so because if you're trying to look at hers, it's a little bit too far away.
Well, I'm sure that you heard I'm Winfield's daughter, adopted. And she'll look to Bernard.
Yes,
no. Yeah, I think he was the one that said that.
Yes, I was surprised to hear that, but we all have things that don't quite make it into the file, so.
I work and live in the sprawl. So.
Okay. What do you do for work, just out of curiosity?
Work in a bar.
Oh. Well, hopefully that is going well for you.
Yeah. It is.
Good.
Come on. Sorry.
You're good.
Oh, I muted it.
So are you one of those that actually like takes pride in your craft as you're working?
I more work as one of the bouncers.
Oh. Because this is very special, and he kind of like pours himself a glass of wine and kind of like swirls it around. Special vintage.
Is it?
Relatively old. Not ridiculously old, but it's relatively old. It's anyway.
Wine isn't something we
very
do
good.
too much of there.
The second you said bar, I assumed not, but I feel like typically yours is the actual spirits and beer.
Yes. But which vintage is it? Maybe I do know.
He sprouts it off, and it's not really something that any of you would probably know, to be honest with you.
Probably too top shelf for where I work.
Yeah, potentially, but you never want to count anybody out. Out of curiosity, has anybody actually started eating their food?
Steven was started.
Violetta will do that, and I'm fine with rolling for like trying to cover the shit up. She'll do what most people do when they're trying to hide the fact that they don't eat. They'll like cut into stuff and then move it around the plate in little pieces.
Okay. Give me a charisma and actually dexterity and subterfuge.
Okay.
Not really a charisma thing here.
May I search for this? I want
If
to
you
make
would
sure
like-
that I'm not going to get clocked tonight.
If you would like to take that risk, by all means.
I succeed, so no hunger. You're not going to clock me tonight on not eating. I need to fit into these clothes. Thank you. 4 successes.
Okay. If they noticed, if anybody noticed, they don't bring it up. Anyone else? I know Tory's not.
Shiloh will pick at the potatoes a little bit, small bites, as she listens.
You're 98% sure that if it didn't taste like ash because of your affliction, it would taste amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, that's not how this works.
Yeah. As they talk, Shiloh would like to put up Scry the Soul and take a peek at who we're dealing with.
Let me take a look at that real quick, but by all means.
Ah.
What was your rouse check? Because I know it requires that.
Fail.
Oh, cool. So that's what, 3 now?
3. It's great.
Okay. And then intelligence and aspects, please.
Yup. Just a sec. 5 on a crit.
And who are you trying to clock?
I mean, I'd like to try and get a peek at both of them if I can, just kind of quick sweep. Not looking for anything any particular details, just undead or not.
You said
I need
5
to
on
make
a crit?
separate. Yep.
Okay. You will need to make separate rolls for the 2 of them.
Okay.
Please.
So, that first one will be for our gracious hostess, and then I'll roll again for Bernard.
Okay.
That one was also 5, just without the crit.
Okay. So Bernard, you have no freaking clue about. So if you got 5 and I got 1, I would be required to answer 4 of those questions truthfully. Do you have those questions in front of you?
I have the Trello thing pulled up.
Are any of those specifically what you want?
Whether the subject is a vampire, werewolf, ghoul, or any other supernatural being is the first and key one.
Okay. Well, seeing as you got, like I said, 5 and I got 1, they are absolutely a vampire.
Okay. Whether they have committed diablerie in the last year.
Nope.
Okay. Emotional state of the subject.
Calm, I guess, would be the
Okay.
best. And it is a critical win as well, so.
Yeah. Here. And fourth one, dealer's choice. Let's just whatever you feel would be appropriate.
This one, just because the critical win, the meat that's in front of them is not beef. It is, however, red meat. I would say it has a resonance, but not quite.
Wonderful. So Shiloh just kind of stills for just a moment before quietly continuing to pick away at her potatoes.
And after she's taken a couple bites, is everything all right? I promise you the food isn't tainted or anything. Eat freely, or is it just being uncomfortable?
It may have been more than anxiety that he had last night. Not completely feeling like I can stomach anything right now.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It only recently happened, so it was unplanned, sadly.
That is unfortunate. You, however, look like you're enjoying your food, and points to Steven.
So while we're cooking, like, yes, it's quite good.
Good. I'm happy that somebody is at least enjoying. Even Winfield over there is a little bit peckish, and he's eating like a potato and like maybe 2 or 3 bites of beef, and they're not big potatoes either. And he's like, yeah, I get nervous meeting the owner of my company. It's nothing against you, it's nothing against anyone else. However, it's nerves. That's all. Like, well, in any case, and she cuts off a large piece. It's like, I don't drink, however, I will make a toast with my meal, and kind of holds it up and just like, to new beginnings, even if the beginnings really aren't going to be changing too much. Again, we wanted to bring you here, apologize for the issues that we have dealt with or have given Winfield, and we promise nothing is going to be changing as far as any sort of compensation or pay time off things. As a matter of fact, we're going to be giving you more time off because we assume that you're probably going to be looking to retire soon. As well as we are going to actually give you a little bit of a raise just for loyalty to the business. And as far as any of you, is there anything we can do for any of you? I know it's a bit of an inconvenience to have had to deal with him. The one person that we did find anything about is you, Desdemona. It was just your social media platform. We don't know exactly what was going on. However, we're sure that you were doing something important for that. So, yeah, if there's anything that we can do to help any of you, we would be more than willing to. And if you give us the name of your makeup sponsor, we will actually start using the more subtle palettes of that, just to kind of give you it's not really a commission, but you know what I'm talking about.
Personally, I think Kimchi Chic really does bring out the tones in my face with the complexity of my undertones. That's personal, though.
I would.
Also, they do really good concealer.
And that's the majority of what we'll probably be using. Let's be honest here. Unfortunately, dead people are very difficult to not look dead. So we go through quite a bit of that.
Well, really, their concealer's really nice along with their contour palettes. They really have a lot of natural tone skin, and like it comes in a lot of different shades. It works really well.
Then you will have to get me the name of your supplier, and I will make sure, or whoever you get it from, and I'll make sure that I specifically name you. So whatever like bonus that you get from that, you actually get. And as a matter of fact, I will have, if Winfield tells me that they're not giving you that, I will make sure that I get you a different sponsor.
Oh, how sweet. Oh my God. Wow. That's amazing. I do hope that you do like my recommendations, though. I take makeup very seriously.
We saw quite a few videos on there that were helpful, actually.
So happy.
Now, back to business, and I do apologize. Do any of you have any questions for me?
Why here? What brought you here to Atlanta?
It's not cold.
I don't think
But obviously
New
that's
Orleans
not...
was.
No, but New Orleans. Have you ever been?
I haven't, although I do know someone who moved there.
Well, New Orleans is not the best, and with any storm that comes through, streets flood, and you wouldn't be hard pressed to find something negative to find about the city. That and the boss that I had a while ago, I just don't, left a bad taste in my mouth. If you understand. Have you ever had a boss that just kind of ruined something for you, something that you thoroughly enjoyed, and then just you don't anymore?
Yes.
So
Previous job.
So you understand what I'm talking about. I don't know, it sounds odd, but the entire city's like that for me.
Interesting. So what? You came to Atlanta to be a bit more free?
I mean, I'm as free as I want to be. This is America.
Well,
I mean,
you
let's
said
be honest
away
here,
from the boss, and you know how that mentality holds. You know, someone keeps you down, moving away helps break that.
Right. But still, this is America, so you can only be just so free. It's the funny thing about the U.S. government, isn't it? Regardless, economically, it made more sense to be here, especially for what I was trying to do, because there are a lot of opportunities. There's not a lot of... It's not super saturated for the markets that I'm looking to get into.
Interesting. Just seems to be an odd choice.
I understand that. Did you know that actually that particular funeral home is actually just one of 4 in the city? And 2 of the other 3 only deal with a very... One is Masons only, which I'm surprised there's that many Masons around that they can do that. And then the other one charges ridiculous amounts of money. And then the last one is awful, if we're honest with each other. For what you are charged, there's a reason why you're charged that. It's not good. So, like I said, market's not super saturated. It feels like we could improve upon what's here and maybe expand by a couple of the other ones out and bring them up to a proper level.
Whose idea of proper, if you don't mind my asking?
I would hope and say that ethics, without trying to price gouge people in the worst points of their lives. Really, that's... I know it sounds counterintuitive, but if you price your things properly, then you don't have to price gouge to be able to make a profit.
Understandable, I suppose.
Sometimes charging less for something, you make more off of it. Hey, Shiloh.
Hey, what?
Give me a charisma and subterfuge, please.
That makes me nervous, but sure. Numbers, no whammies. Okay, big numbers, no whammies. 5.
Yeah. Her gaze kind of lingers on you for a little bit, because I assume that Shiloh is shifting around in her seat quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That one matters. Anyway, Bernard just kind of is like staring at Shiloh as well, and it's not subtle either. Is there a problem, ma'am? You seem to be nervous, and I understand that form is important, but also you should really eat. You do need to eat something.
Okay, you know what? Nope. I'm dropping the act. Nope. It's okay. All good. I've been on a blood diet for a while now, and yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate it though.
Right. I would be remiss if, and I would be lying if I said that I didn't know what that meant. So if that's the case, I would assume that Winfield is also on the same diet as well as the other three of you. As deathly as he looked last night, it would make sense. And no offense, but concealer is a wonderful thing, Miss Tory.
See, I told her. I told you.
It makes the dead not look so dead.
That was an issue last night.
I can paint a face really well, actually, though.
So now that the awkwardness is just like gone, what actually brings you to Atlanta out of genuine interest?
Frankly, I was looking for a cheap funeral home to acquire to feed my interests. And by interests, I mean appetite. This is Peggy.
Well, guess that's one less thing to worry about.
Right. So the next question would be, Winfield, were you just scared that it was hunters? You just kind of like nods a little bit and he's like, yeah, I was kind of afraid that people would figure out what I was doing there as well. Which, funny you should say that. What parts do you eat? He just kind of like motions toward the plate. Which now, Steven, if you would like to give me that same roll from earlier, it's going to be way easier.
Sorry.
That is a heart. Even half eaten as it is 100% a heart. It's probably a human heart if you had to guess.
Steven's just going to shrug and keep chewing.
He's like, is this? No, that's beef. That is 100% actual roast beef. It's quite unfortunate that most of you apparently can't eat it. Or it won't.
For what it's worth, I wish I could. That's one of the things I miss the most.
I need it to fit into my clothing.
To be fair, I don't think it would taste quite as good as it used to either. So since we have dropped that particular vein of vanity, I need to know some things since, like I said, I'm relatively new.
Apparently.
So am I. It's fun.
Yes, it is. I understand the structure here as a broad outline. I just haven't necessarily known exactly who to go to, but I've heard a certain name, and she kind of turns and looks at Tory. It's like, you're one of them.
One of. Not quite where you're living, but where you're doing business at.
I purposely chose this house because it was kind of close to the border. Would be able to fly under both people's radar just in case. Would you mind if whoever is actually over this particular house doesn't being my point of contact?
I'm sorry, did you say isn't or is?
Is.
Oh. I can let him know you're here.
That would be wonderful. I don't know if they require a formal meeting, but if they do, I'm more than willing to do that. It's just, I don't know how formal everyone here is, so.
I'm willing to bet he would like to meet you.
We can make that happen.
He's got a very nice antique shop, from what I recall.
Oh.
If you're looking for something a little bit more lived in.
Well, that's the funny thing is upstairs it has more of a personal flair. Down here, not so much.
I wondered.
Yes, I don't typically come downstairs if I don't have to.
I get that.
In any case, I apologize about the pretense. Like I said, we didn't know anything about any of you, and given 24 hours notice, it was difficult.
Not like we often come out and just say what we are.
Right.
I knew. I figured it out. I made sure to figure it out before saying anything.
Out of curiosity, how did you figure it out? Because I didn't think that I was doing too bad of a job to...
Oh no, you weren't. I've picked up a few tricks. Got this wonderful little thing I can do where I can see people.
Can't say that I have that one. Can't really say I have really normal things for... In any case, it doesn't matter. I understand, and this might be outdated information. There are 2 Gangrel, a Malkavian. The Toreador that was here is the one that you said moved back to New Orleans. I heard that much. Then the replacement was a Smeetsy, correct?
Yes. Well, yes and no. 1 Gangrel gone, Nosferatu, Toreador, and Venture taking their place.
Okay. Good to know. Quite outdated information then. Good to know. Again, I apologize. Not trying.
Is this going to get back to the Toreador?
Why would it?
Are you sent here to spy?
If I was, I wouldn't have said anything about New Orleans. I was just a ghoul there for years, dozens of years, decades. And then I was pawned off because I was a good little girl.
And if I do an insight check?
By all means, go ahead.
One.
This is also one that Shiloh would like to participate in.
Go for it.
Okay. 5 on a messy crit.
Okay. Shiloh, absolutely. You can feel the emotion behind that. There's a bit of resentment, a bit of anger. But yeah, that is 100% truthful. As far as Steven's concerned, You're too busy eating.
From what I understand, the Camarilla tends to do that.
You wouldn't be wrong. However, funny you should say about freedom. It doesn't really matter freedom or not if the person that you were given to and embraces you and then immediately does what they're required to do, and then, well, you're not really what I wanted because you're not, well, this prototype that I thought I had in my head, and then immediately send you off because, oh, well, you still have some weirdness and some darkness from your old life. It's annoying. How many Ventru actively seek out to own a funeral home and can actually eat what I eat?
Well, in all truthfulness, we were not sure if it was Ventru or not, if that we were dealing with the information that we got.
Right.
It looked like it,
that.
but
I understand that. It's oddly enough, that is not where my money comes from. It's from previous lives. Regardless, person I was given to was disappointed that I wasn't more like him.
I'm sure many of us can understand that. So we don't need to worry about anything from your end.
No Camarilla leaning. Actually, as a matter of fact, I have people reaching out to me about their life and their dealings all of the time, and I basically actively tell them to stick it where I hope the sun will shine on them.
Good for you.
You're not going to bring the tower down on us again, are you?
No. I won't. However, if I get any invitations, I'll let you know, because I still get invitations here and there, and I don't understand why.
They like to hold on to what they perceive as theirs.
That's what I assumed. Yeah, I'll pass on any invitation to any coronation or stupid party or black tie event. I don't care. Really, this isn't me. And then she takes the tie off and kind of like tosses it aside. And I like to be a little bit, I still look the part, but I like to be a little bit more comfortable.
I'm more worried if any of them come here, if you hear that.
I will absolutely let you know. Because if they come here, there's a 50-50 shot of it's for me for some stupid reason of dropping something off at my house. Because again, we can't let go of things that have already let go of them. There's no anger there at all, I promise.
Sure.
In any case, I guess if you want to finish what you're eating, Steven, by all means, go ahead. I'm going to actually be a gracious host, seeing as I have a VIP and friends. And since it's been rather tense and it's been, frankly, a little bit awkward, if you want to thoroughly investigate the house, by all means, there's bedroom's the only place that you are off limits for, please. Anywhere else, by all means, go ahead. Take a look. I have nothing to hide.
Sure. I think I'll take you up on that.
And she will go back to eating her cooked red meat.
We'll stand up and go look around, I guess.
Okay. Now that the entire house is open, where would you like to look? And this goes for all of you if you're actually going to join in the hunt of things.
I'm curious about upstairs.
Okay. One is very obviously an office, and I feel like it would be a nice office. It would be a decorated office, but it wouldn't be a overly decorated office. Very large, solid wood desk that's kind of awesome with a high back leather chair. But like, there's actual like legitimate personality in the office. Nothing really that stands out. A lot of scenery, a lot of aesthetically pleasing things, and like there's a couple paintings with suns in them, and that I'm sure that's probably put there for a reason. And then there is a library that is just chock full of books. This one has a little bit more old stuff in it.
Ooh, what kind of old stuff?
Just random. Looks like there's some maybe like war masks. Looks like there's a shrunken head from South America, and then there's some weapons in here. Nothing anywhere near Valentina-esque, but like some old like turn of the century revolvers. A saber is in there, fun stuff like that.
Anything that stands out?
I am actually going to have you make a roll for that.
Oh god, this is not gonna go well.
Would you like to investigate the library?
Yeah. My investigation shit.
I know your intelligence is not, though.
Yeah, I get 5 dice.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll me that.
4 of them are blood dice.
It's fine.
2.
Okay. Nothing like super in particular actually stands out to you. It's a lot of older books. And it's books on just anything from like finance to like death stuff to like there's some fiction in there.
Is it like occult death stuff to worry about?
Not that you saw.
Okay. So just like, okay. Cult biographies and stuff.
Like death practices from around the world. Ceremonies and rituals and such.
Interesting. Okay.
Is anybody else joining on the search? And where are they searching?
stealing someone else's food just for fun. He'll search around to. He'll pop on Sense the Unseen and search around for like anything that's hidden by magic.
There is nothing hidden by magic. I can tell you that much right now. And there's also no Nosferatu.
Desi's just going to sit there and start talking about makeup with this woman, just like full on, no filter, just like, oh yeah, so I would really actually recommend this palette by the Mattel makeup line. I think you would really like it. It would really bring out your eyes. And just so on and so forth. She's just dumb talking.
Okay. Yeah, no, would absolutely sit there and entertain you. Not a whole lot of, like... I wouldn't say not a whole lot of understanding behind it, but not a whole lot of, like, resistance behind what you're saying. As far as, like, I think this would look good on you, you should try this, you should try that.
Well, am I going to talk about politics, finance? Ew, no! Talking about makeup.
She just kind of goes with it and adds in as much as she can, which is probably not a lot, but still there's enough there that it's not like a knowing this personally, a 6-year-old doing makeup.
Oh, and don't get wet and wild. That's cheap, and it doesn't make anything look good on you. It makes you look cheap.
I will keep that in mind then. That is the last thing that we want, right?
Yes! You get it. Thank you.
Unless we're trying to make somebody pissed off because we're trying to look cheap.
Well, that's gross.
It's fun to do. It's fun to do in the right setting.
Okay.
Is Shiloh doing anything?
While the side on makeup is happening, Shiloh is going to attempt polite conversation with Bruce.
Bernard.
Bernard, sorry. I don't know where I got Bruce from. Just kind of, so, how long have you been under her employ? What's your goals around the city? Just things like that.
My goals, to make her goals successful makes my life easier. But then now, as far as how long I've been with, honestly, I don't remember. It hasn't been overly long, though. Once you're told that it's very hard for you to die, you just stop. You stop caring. I think it's been less than 10 years, though. Now, regarding anything further beyond that, I just kind of do what she asks. I know it's kind of like part of the condition that I have, but still, if she was a normal boss, I would still probably do 98% of what she asks. The other 2% is, hey, can you run to Gibbs' place and pick up a heart for me? That's kind of weird. The only part of this job that I don't like, but I still do it because if she doesn't get what she wants, I don't get what I need at this point.
So is this the kind of thing you used to do? Or is this all kind of new for you too?
I worked corporate security before all this. It was just good at what I did. And then my life kind of imploded, and then I was out of a job, out of a house, out of a... It was like, hey, I'm moving. Do you want to come with me? I said, sure. Thinking, oh, just a bodyguard. Mm-mm. Didn't really understand until after the fact, but it's fine. We've reconciled and there's no hard feelings. Turns out it's positive for me, not positive.
It's good. Not many people in your position get to say that. I'm glad it worked out for you.
Yeah, there are some negatives, like I said, but not positive.
There's negatives to everything.
Exactly. So, in any case, you got any other questions? I might be able to actually tell you some stuff about what's things are.
Or how were things politically in New Orleans when you guys left?
Well, I wasn't there. But politically, what she said, it was a shit show. Said that they had people coming in from off the swamps that weren't wolves that were causing problems in the city. Then you had the federal government causing problems for everybody there. It was bad. I don't know how it is now, but... And then, of course, the mortal side of it, it's not the safest place in the world.
I will admit I was a little surprised when that was where our former Rose decided she was going to put down her wandering roots.
Yeah, who is she, by the way? I never actually got a name. I just got a... Like, I inquired to some people in the know, and they just said yes, and never actually gave a name.
Carissa.
Hughes?
You know her?
Yeah, that's Pedro's old boss.
I can see why she wanted to escape. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah, we figured as much when you said the thing about...
He's really, really good at what he does, and he knew literally nothing. When we handed him a heart, we just said it was a beef heart. After 3 or 4 times of actually cooking them, he realized that's not big enough to be a cow's heart. What is this? And now we just pay him a lot of money to just shut up and cook.
I will admit that was one regret that I had when she left, is all of the more innocents that were out of jobs. But needs must.
Yeah. She could have left the businesses open, just ran them remotely, but something tells me, if what little bit I do know of everyone, and as far as the clans that are there, she's too vain to do that.
She also left on quite a sour note, so I would not imagine that many people would let that happen if she tried.
Oh, well, what did she do? How did she leave? Let's start there.
She was ousted after a major violation.
Okay. That's fair. Well, in any case, if she's back in New Orleans, I can ask people if there's any new restaurants that have shown up.
It's best to leave that alone. That's not a problem we want coming back.
Okay.
I appreciate it, though.
That's fair. Also, if you wanted to put the word out of that she was the cause of a violation here, they might do something on their end. Just saying. They're not as strict as some places, but they're still what they are.
Keep that in mind if she becomes a problem again.
Okay. In the meantime, we will go back to Tory. How long are you actually staying in the library? Just kind of taking a look.
Not overly long. She would continue just not like super investigating things, but just glancing at things as she walks around, taking in anything irregular.
Okay. So as you are walking out, and I just had Faye roll, by the way, for this. As you are walking out, you kind of stop and do a double take. Right next to the door, there is a piece of the bookshelf that looks like it protrudes out a little bit more than it really should. It does have larger books on it, or what looks to be larger books on it, but it just looks like it protrudes out a little bit more than it actually should. Upon closer inspection, there's something behind the books that if you wanted to take a look at it, you could. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yes.
Okay, so it is just a safety deposit box. It's probably 12 inches by 12 inches. It's only about 2 or 3 inches deep. It's not overly. There is not a key, though.
Well, Tory doesn't have anything to deal with that. And not a reason to take it, so.
Okay.
Unless does it open? Or is it locked?
You look for a way to open it. And I mean, it has a handle. But it also has the normal key, and then it has a keypad. That you could try to like punch in a couple numbers.
Yes. I don't know what to punch in, but yes.
Go ahead and give me a D100. If you get between...
I got a 64.
Okay, cool. I was going to say 62 to 72, but whatever. So yes, you managed to like, hey, this one's worn off, that one's worn off, that one's worn off, and you have one last number, and you're like, we'll try this. You like go through and just process of elimination. After a couple of them, it pops open. And inside, there is some... It looks like a flattened death mask of Peggy, actually. As well as there looks to be a little like burlap sack doll. Don't know exactly what's going on there, but yeah. They're just kind of locked in there.
Yeah, we're gonna close that and put that back. That's weird.
Yeah.
Not gonna move it or move anything inside. Just like weird look, close, and push back.
And then do you make your way back downstairs? Or do you search the rest of the upstairs except for the bedroom?
Quickly. And texting Cyril while she's at it.
Okay. The other rooms are actually guest rooms. You would assume that one is Bernard's. The other two, you're not 100% sure. And then, of course, the master bedroom, master suite. And you sent off a quick text to Cyril saying exactly what?
Did you know you had a new neighbor moving in? Well, between you and I.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm there now.
Oh. Intentions? Question mark.
Seems not like where they came from. Moved from New Orleans. Trying to get away.
Do you trust them?
Do I trust anyone?
Would you trust them to stay without further monitoring?
Short term, yes.
You just
Long
send
term,
me
to be seen.
send me an address, and I will have somebody monitor them on a regular but not nightly basis.
Then
If
say
they
this.
seem to be an issue, and they may or may not, I will request a meeting.
She'll send the address, and also I have someone where they've set up business, so I have that covered.
Oh, good. Anything else that I need to know?
Remember Vic?
How could I forget?
Same type.
Oh, good. Everybody likes a new businessman in the area. Or woman, as the case may be.
Yeah. Seems a little odd, but that's it so far.
Good to know. Thank you. And they will cease communication.
Yep, and then she'll make her way down.
Okay, so you make your way downstairs, and it is, at this point, the makeup conversation is nearing its end. Shiloh and Bernard are just making small talk. Steven, who knows what Steven's doing, to be honest here. Does Steven know what Steven's doing?
Probably not.
Fair. If any of you have tried to turn on the TV, it does turn on. You only get local stations, though. And yeah, Tory rejoins everyone. Is everything to your liking and sufficiently, quote unquote, on the level?
No. Surface level, at least, from what I see. Trust
Good.
you enough not to dig deeper. No.
I appreciate that for one. Did you find anything that was particularly interesting that you would like to have an explanation behind?
Have some interesting books.
Quite a few interesting ones, actually. Nothing dangerous, but tales and legends. are
Yes, I saw.
fun.
I think I have a few in my own library, but not as many.
Blame my family. My real family, not adopted.
Anything you care to talk about or share from that? Anything to worry about?
They probably won't cause a problem. There's a 99% chance they don't care. Too busy doing their own things and having their own priorities. Is there anything that I should know about the city that would make it dangerous for us, or specifically me, even?
Well, given that I don't know who you're attached with, what families you belong to, I know your clan, but not anything else about that. I don't know who to advise you to stay away from.
You should at least tell her about our canine neighbors.
Don't go far north.
I'll be sure not to venture too far north.
There's 1 to 2 more hunters floating around.
Okay. That's concerning.
Yes. If
And
you
yet
see a
you-
small child, Kindred, please run away and let one of us know.
Who exactly is this child?
A problem.
I would assume so. Typically, children that are brought to this side don't take it very well and either lose themselves very quickly or get put on lists and then are killed off.
Sometimes brought back.
So, who specifically is this child?
Not something
And-
we're putting around too much.
Well, who are they attached to? Can we start there?
Hakata clan.
Okay, so Dunsern, Cappadocian, Nagaraja, Samiti.
Yes.
I assume the last one that I said.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember the specific stats on this, but I know they're fairly decent. I can't say that I know exactly who you're talking about. However, they're a problem, and they're, you said, brought back.
Well, they're here now.
Are
Brought back,
we
never died.
sure?
Who knows? Yes, very.
Are we sure it isn't just a case of they bound the wraith of the deceased kindred to a separate body that looked similar?
We don't know. I don't know. I don't deal with this. I don't deal with death stuff.
Because you know that's entirely possible.
I didn't, actually.
Oh, well, now you do. Congratulations.
Might have to talk to our resident Hakata about that.
Well, typically it's only you know the old like Haitian zombie thing, like the story that popped up a while ago that said that like this guy died and came back. It was much the same. Removed the spirit and then put it back, bound it to the body. The body continued to age. It's much the same. There's a certain religion, a certain practice in said religion, and the only reason why I know this is because my family. No, I'm not part of that family. Don't. It's fine.
I mean, you said you were Ventru, but you know quite a bit about death, apparently.
I thought I was going to be part of the Hekata clans too. Certain things we're not supposed to tell people, but this seems like a relevant thing to know. When I said that my money came from lives before the Ventru, I think you can probably put 2 and 2 together. I hope you can.
At this point, yeah, I think I can.
So I'm not a threat as far as that's concerned. I don't think they're going to cause problems here. We can move on now, right?
Hopefully.
Good. So anything further regarding that, you don't know anything about me, okay?
Yep.
I like to try to distance myself from them because I'm angry. Not Bruja level angry, but still angry.
I understand that anger.
But regardless, still turned out to be fairly decent. It's just not quite as decent as I had hoped. In any case, yeah, congratulations. You learned a little tidbit of what you can technically do.
If anything comes of that, let me know. I'll leave you my number.
I was just going to have Winfield get a hold of you. And at this point, when Winnie's just sitting on the couch watching whatever they have on, so you can call me Winnie.
Whichever. If you hear anything about Camarilla or the Hakata stuff, please let me know. If it's relevant, of course.
Naturally. I will. Like I said, I don't foresee Hekata things being a problem on my end. And if they do, hell is probably frozen over and we have bigger problems. Like I said, they typically like to keep amongst themselves, and now that I'm not part of them, they don't want to deal with me.
Enough.
It's for the better, though. In any case, I hope you enjoyed your evening. I do have another call that I have to be on. It's about mortal shit. It's boring. I'll be in my office if you want to sit and listen in, but I don't know why I'd want to do that. Supply issue with hinges, apparently, causing delays in shipping caskets. It's stupid. Anyway, have a good evening. If you leave before I come back down, goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
I have a feeling we'll be in touch.
Hopefully not.
Oh no, I was very serious about the clinic thing.
Oh, about that. Sure. But beyond that, hopefully not. And hopefully you don't send me people directly from your clinic.
Oh, I'd hope not.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Remember, pails don't work for you. And she just like,
right. Anyway, I apologize. And she makes her way upstairs. And Bernard just kind of... So, is there anything that I can get for any of you?
No, I'll be leaving soon.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm good, thank you though.
oh, thank you.
Steven's off somewhere playing on his phone right now.
Probably sitting next to Winnie. So, is there anything that any of you would like to do before leaving? Because I would assume that you probably wouldn't hang around for too much longer.
No. No, Tory will give Winnie a semi-pointed look. Like, hungry.
Yeah. And he understands that look, so it's fine. So yeah, if nobody else has anything to do at the house, then you all will leave. Is there anywhere that anybody would be like to be dropped off at?
Desi's going to go out clubbing again. That's just club, another club. Yo, what's that meme? That's just what she's doing.
And she is dressed for it, so why not?
Yes. I'm always dressed for it.
So, you absolutely can. It's not a big deal. It's relatively easy. You just get dropped off at a random club that you choose. There are plenty not too far from the house, actually. And you can probably like club hop all the way back to your house or your apartment for the rest of the evening. Shiloh and Steven?
Shiloh will ask to be dropped off at her place.
Okay.
I assume Stephen was the one driving.
Yes. At least initially.
Sure, we go to either wherever Winnie wants to or the bar.
Winnie would like to be dropped off at home.
Yep, Tory will get out with him, and
You can take the car back to the bar, Stephen, if you don't mind.
See you later.
Yeah.
That was fun. So, Tory, you properly feed.
one or two?
Yeah, you can handle that.
Okay, good.
So you're down to 2 now.
Yeah, I was getting scary for a second there.
It's fine.
Every time I rolled, I had a skull.
Cool. Steven, what would you like to do after dropping Tory and Winfield off?
Then, see if your mic's plugged all the way in. Please.
My phone was leaning on it, so it might have been it.
That probably was it. So, take 2.
So Steven's going to be taking the car to the bar, and he's going to text Kamari that that's where it is.
Okay.
Then he's going to head back to his haven.
Okay. That is easy enough to do. You would get a thumbs up from Kamari and be like, yeah, I'll leave it there. Use it as you need it. That's fine.
Cool, thanks.
Dessi proceeds to dance the night away. Shiloh, are you doing anything?
Shiloh's gonna grab a juice box. 2 if she can swing it. 1 if she can't.
You are running pretty low, actually.
Mm.
So you can have 2. It's going to only leave you with 1.
She'll go ahead and drink the 2, and keep the 1, and then set to work about getting a refill.
Your normal avenues get back to you. And yeah, supplies are limited right now. Not sure why, but more limited than usual.
I'll look into it.
Okay. And then Tory, you wanted to feed, and then you have a couple people that you would like to get a hold of, correct?
Yeah, so she's pretty close to Amp already.
Yes.
She would shoot him a text saying, hey, are you free?
I can be.
Not anything absolutely major, just a bit more information I came across today.
I can either come to you or I can tell you where I'm at.
I'm close by, probably.
And he will send his address, and it's oddly right down the street. It is not at his house, though.
That's fine. She would head there.
You pull up, and it is a friendly little gaming store. They are having a magic tournament tonight.
She would honestly probably laugh and then see if she could spot him.
He's pretty easy to spot. Even in a room full of freaking nerds, he still looks like a nerd.
Let me know when your round's done.
And he kind of looks and he's like, yeah, it's done right now. And he just like does a bunch of stuff, and I don't know magic, so I'm not even gonna try. He shakes the guy's hand, picks his stuff up. So, all right, cool. Call me when the next one's ready. And he walks outside with you.
Anyone around?
Nobody that would be interested in listening to you. There are people in and out of the store, but not.
Apparently, you're having a whole family gathering here in Atlanta.
Oh, so?
Just met a Duncern who was a Ventru.
Sure.
Yeah. Bit weird. Not gonna be a problem, right?
No, I don't care, and typically we don't care about each other. I mean, nobody really likes
Look,
us, but, yeah.
there has been so many Hakata families here. I don't understand it. I'm just making sure.
I have a theory about that.
And what's that?
You know the big head honcho guy?
Yeah.
And you know how some people are like being called to go quote unquote home to the Middle East?
Yeah.
What if you're sufficiently old enough, like you can do that with like your own people, not necessarily everyone, or they just like inherently congregate to you?
I guess that would make sense.
I'm not saying that that's necessarily a true statement, but it makes sense with how many people are showing up. Because we're not particularly numerous.
I beg to differ here.
But I'm saying individually, we're not particularly numerous. So, like, having this many of this wide of range, it's odd.
Right.
But that theory would make sense.
What you know about binding wraiths to corpses?
Not a damn thing.
Well, I know you had a wraith friend, so.
Yeah, I can talk to him. And
Yeah.
he was technically just a ghost, but, you know.
Whichever. Is it possible?
Shit, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea. I want to say no, but then who knows?
Well, if a kindred died, let's say, and someone wanted to bring them back, let's say.
What do you mean?
The girl?
No.
You sure?
Surely not.
I don't know.
Because, like, I know some of us can reanimate a dead person, which typically is just done through, like, sheer force of will. But, like, if you throw a thing at a thing...
Rogue Dunsern mentioned it.
I mean, I guess if you're sufficiently powerful enough, it could technically maybe happen.
Not many people more powerful than him.
Yeah, but even then, you'd probably have to have very specific circumstances and very specific, like, you need to follow this ritual. Not something that I would even know where to start to look, okay?
I just was wondering if it was possible, because that would be a good explanation, wouldn't it?
That would, actually. But that would also make her less dangerous, which is a good thing in this particular.
I guess.
Yes, it makes her more emotional, but it makes her more predictable, too.
How so?
Well, before, she just did whatever she wanted, and kind of looks around. There's a couple, like, little kids going in. He's like, now we can kind of bait her into doing what we want her to do. If that's really what we wanted to do.
Why would that work?
You know how race work, right?
Not really, no.
1000% emotion based, and it's not. There is some logic behind it, but that's why they are manifested as emotion, strong emotion. Normally, the ones that we hear about are anger, but there could be other things.
Interesting.
So we just need to figure out what that particular emotion that she's hanging on to is. I'm sure it's probably anger, but it could be something else.
A good theory, if nothing else.
I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid, okay?
No, I'm complimenting you.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
No, it's a good theory. Maybe something to use later. If that's how it is.
If you could get a hold of the actual ritual that was performed, which, I don't know where you would even start on that, that might give you some insight.
Well, I don't know many people who work with spirits.
I have a feeling it's one that you know, personally. And that would be me.
Yeah, I said many.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, if you can get a hold of that, I might be able to help you out.
Okay. If I could, what would you need it for? To undo it?
I could reverse engineer it to figure out how to properly bait her. Or at least be able to tell you what the binding portion is, and then you could mess with that. Break it, make it go null, and then you would have the two separate halves.
I will look into it.
Good. In the meantime, and he kind of holds his phone up and was like, round 2.
Have fun?
Yeah, this guy doesn't even know what he's walking into.
Sure.
It's just funny. Anyway, yeah, if you find that and you actually like come up with something, let me know. In the meantime, obviously I'm here, I'm available. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave you to it.
And then Tory would walk home.
Yeah. On the way, are you getting hold of anyone else?
He'll send a text off to Twitch.
Okay, and that is regarding the private message.
Yes.
Okay. You just kind of get a thumbs up.
Okay.
Toward the end of the evening, you would get a message from someone that you don't actually know exactly who it's from. Actually, did Rufus give Tory Tiller's number?
I don't think he would have given Tory the number. He gave Tiller the number to Tory.
Yeah. So yeah, Tory would receive a message saying, "Hey, we're going to be in town in the next couple of days. It's your friend up north is sending us."
Ah, I was anticipating someone getting hold of me. Probably.
Yeah. We've got what my co-pilot's boss is going to request.
How much?
We made it.
How much stock?
Comes back and it's enough to last a couple weeks.
I will be prepared for that.
Yeah, just let me know what you need and I'll see if I can help you out on that too.
Yeah.
However, our co-pilot wants you to have a meeting with him and Trinity and Abigail and all them when we get in town, if that's at all possible.
Absolutely. Let me know the when and where.
2-3 days, something like that. Also, bring along the other one, Abigail's friend.
Okay.
Charlotte specifically has asked that she be present.
Not a problem.
By the way, name's Tiller.
Good to know. Thank you. I assume you will be the regular contact?
Yeah, I'm the courier. Delivery driver, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Now, any last minute things anybody wants to do?
A little bit of walking around with Blitz and that's it. Nothing crazy.
Steven is going to start browsing online forums, mainly talking about false arrests that may have happened recently.
They are all over. You need to narrow it down a little bit.
He's going to mainly look into people complaining that they had certain things planted on them that they didn't have previously.
Still a long list, however. Go ahead and give me an intelligence and investigation, please. Or intelligence and technology. Whichever is better for you.
You will be doing intelligence and technology. Great.
Okay. So this will exhaust the rest of your night. However, you do eventually come across a common theme with well over 100 people in the last 2 years being arrested and then their case being dropped of possession of whatever. And they only give a badge number. They don't actually give a name. Something about having to sign an NDA. So they can't give a name, but they can give badge number because that's not an identifiable thing. And you get badge number 574. And yes, write that down because I will be writing that down as well. Anyone else?
I'm sorry. Tory would go back to that Tremere and let him know about the incoming shipment.
You are kind of looked at like, okay, I'm gonna need some chickens too.
I will see what we can do.
If we've got, you said 2 weeks?
Couple days before they get here.
Yeah, the acquiring is not going to be the problem. As far as like how much we're actually doing.
Oh
you
yeah,
said, like,
a few
2-ish
weeks worth.
Okay. Yeah, we can give me some chickens between the cow, the horse, and which the horse is supposed to be delivered tomorrow, and then the goats, which I should be fine. And I should be fine to provide you with whatever you need during that as well, which is the main concern here.
Kind of, yeah. We can get blood, then blood. Not worried about that. I will figure out how to get chickens. It would be much easier if I could just go into the forest and summon some shit. I want you to know that.
I mean, if that's something you can do, by all means, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting chickens if I go there.
I mean, it doesn't have to be chickens. It's just inconspicuous for here. Keep on site.
Well, yeah, this would be a short-term thing. We would work on getting other things.
Then yeah, whatever you could crop up. By all means, just no snakes. Snakes freak me out.
Anything else I should avoid?
I mean, I also don't like slimy things, but that if you come up with a bunch of frogs, you come up with a bunch of frogs.
There's a holding cell in my area that you were in, actually, that I can hold a deer in.
I mean, that'll work.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah, that'll work. We can get a wildlife permit, and we can keep them here as well.
I can work on that too. I don't know who I have to go through for that one.
I don't know. Make Bobby do it. Seems to be somewhat competent.
That's true. Surprisingly so.
And she will text that to Bobby.
You get a sleepy person kind of like picking them up and okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll get on that in the morning. Just letting you know. I'll leave you now.
Appreciate it. Anything else for anyone else? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Okay. So, all of your evenings end relatively similar. It's quiet. You're uninterrupted to do your nightly routines, whatever they might be. Whether it be taking off makeup or clearing the hair from your third eye and putting it back into a proper sleeping, whatever. Or scrolling through conspiracy theorist forums and trying to find your mom. Or just cuddling up with a bunch of dogs. In any case, all of you do exactly what it is you normally do. And right before all of you go to sleep, you do get a message from Trinity saying there's a meeting that I've been requested to hold in 2 days' time. If you would please be there, your presence has also been requested. Which Tory already knew about this, but the rest of you did not. Except Dessi, yours is from Abby. It's not from Trinity.
Just like, okay, and then I put like 20 hearts there.
And you would all get a thank you if you respond. Dessi, you get a, yeah, some dude from Detroit wants to, or was sent down from Charlotte. I talked to him on the phone. He seems weird.
What do you mean weird?
I don't know, just a little bit off, but he seems nice enough. It's fine.
Okay, and then just like a small frowny face.
I know for a fact that it's not that Sylvester guy. He's a jerk. Which you don't know who Sylvester is. But
Like, it's just going to be a bunch of question marks. Like, okay, like who?
I don't know, just some jerk thinks he's better than everyone else, but we put him in his place and it's fun. In any case, I'll see you in a couple days, okay?
Okay, good night, sleep well. And then there's just a bunch of like kissy faces.
And you get much the same back. And you all do fade off, and you all do sleep well. Sleep like you're dead, almost, for some odd reason. And we will pick up in a couple weeks on the one night skip, technically. So, some announcements, because this is the point where I need to make announcements. If you're still with us on Twitch, which I hope that you are, thanks for being with us. If you're not, and you've made it to the end, congratulations, you made it to the end. Thank you for doing such. If you look at any of the descriptions, any of the links, where it would show links, you can find our link tree, which has links to everything else, and quite literally everything else that we have. Socials, Discord, which please join the Discord because we like to hear from people that are interested in our stuff. Even if you're not an actual fan, if you're just interested, that'd be great. I hope you're a fan. Our Twitch, our Patreon, because we have one of those. If you want to subscribe to that, that'd be wonderful. If you don't want to, and we respect your decision, and we understand the decision. And then also our Dice affiliate link for dicelegion.com works like every other Dice affiliate link. You spend or you use our link and you get money off, and we get some of that money, which is wonderful. But yeah. But if you want to go to all of the places and like and subscribe and comment and share and do all of the fun stuff, that would be wonderful for us because that helps us reach a larger audience, which is ultimately what we're trying to do. We're trying to entertain more people. So, but yeah. Anything else that we'd like to add in anywhere else?
Yeah, I think we're good there. The schedule upcoming is going to be a little off. We're swapping a couple games and then going back to normal. But we'll still have the same amount of games. We've just had a lot of Blood and Hope Detroits in a row.
Yep.
And we'll have one more.
Yep. And also, please join us in 2 weeks, if you're on Twitch still, for a very special episode of Life and Blood Atlanta. Something that I have absolutely not ripped off from Charles Dickens. And it's not a one-for-one thing, but still, the idea. Yeah. It is Christmas, but, it's a holiday special for all of our non-Christian friends. So yeah, join us for that. And like I said, Blood and Hope Detroit this coming Tuesday.
Yes.
Next week is supposed to be Midnight on the Circle. So join us for that. And then the following Tuesday after Midnight on the Circle, there's the Hunter game.
Yes.
And then holiday special, and then another Hunter game.
Yes.
So it's okay. We'll catch up on the Hunter games. So yeah. Also, everybody should be here next Sunday for other reasons than just the game. I have a reminder on my phone. Apparently, it's somebody's birthday.
Oh, yeah. It's my birthday.
Yeah. I know Cosmic wasn't going to be here, so I had to say something now.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually falls on Button's game.
Yeah, so, yeah. Be there for that, and if nobody has anything that they would like to say and or add in or, do their thing with, we will move to post-game stocks.
Quick call out to Murs Official, who finally stopped lurking and said something, so thumbs up to you, buddy. Thanks.
Very nice. Thank you.
That's it.
Okay. So, if we have nothing else, post games and whoever wants to do the countdown can, but otherwise about 5 seconds.
1 now.
Okay.
That was a quick countdown.
I had my mouse ready.
Speaking of schedule things, I confirmed my travel plans for the after Christmas weekend, technically New Year's weekend. No midnight on December 31st. I will be traveling that day.
Okay. I will make something work between me, Faye, and them then. We'll do something fun, just offhand.
Your pupper.
Figured I'd give you guys as much heads up as I could.
Don't need the lash. Baby, look, it's another one of your people. It's another one of your people. Stop trying to eat my makeup. It's another one of your people.
That's what she does. Her
Then we
bed,
have these two.
right there. She just lays against it.
Can't really see it too well, but mine's giving me the stink eye because she wants me to go to bed and I'm not going to bed.
We feel it, though. I will be right back in 1 second. But continue. We're good.
So, questions, comments, queries from tonight's game.
I made a shadow roll when the Freemasons were mentioned, and you guys are very lucky because Steven almost went into a whole spiel about them.
Oh, jeez.
It wasn't funny though.
But for those of you curious, Atlanta, yes, actually is rife with it. I don't understand why. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Wait, rife with what?
Freemason stuff.
Oh,
Like I said, I do understand, but I don't fully understand.
I have my guesses.
Why is that even a thing anymore? Because, but whatever.
He's trying to escape.
Yeah, so let's be real here. Everybody clocked the whole they were a vampire before you even got there. Did anybody clock that they were going to eat human hearts?
No! Absolutely fucking not.
I suspected.
Hey, Faye, why do they eat human hearts?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Definitely not because they have a flaw.
And definitely not because that's Faye's backup character.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the one-shot character you guys played with.
Yeah, I wondered if it was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She was a ghoul at that point. She's a kindred now.
Yeah, it was that one-shot character.
Surprise! Do we break Cosmic?
Yes, apparently. When Faye brought up the idea of the Ventru Organivore, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if bought Winnie's thing? And she was like, yes. And I was like, this has to be a thing now, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
So yeah.
Peggy is mine.
It was also my way of like letting you guys actually interact with Winnie a little bit at the very least.
Also, the Organivore thing, nothing anywhere does not say a Ventru can or cannot take it. The way we're doing it is that she has to eat clean hearts. Like, they cannot be drugs, they cannot be alcohol. 100% clean and only hearts.
Makes sense.
Yes. So there is a very specific A part B requirement behind the part.
Yes.
You say this as I'm looking at my French cigarettes right now that says, as smoking provides you at least 9 cancers.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, no active drugs in the heart and no active alcohol in the heart. So, like, they can't have died through any of that. Or died while.
Yep. Yeah.
So, that's not going to be a difficult feeding thing to do.
No, not at all.
And thus why they were like, I need to buy a funeral home.
Yes.
So yeah. You think Winnie's was bad. Mm-mm.
Oh no.
I just want to point out my child is here on the ground just staring at me in disappointment after she tore up this freaking toy I bought her. So now its fuzz is all over the floor. This isn't my mess. This is hers.
Is that a giant lamb chop?
Yes, it is. It's literally her size. It's literally as big as she is.
Zeva has a tiny lamb chop.
That's adorable.
Do not encourage her. Look at these people. You stay here for free.
Eat the toys. Eat all the toys.
Do not encourage her. I clean it.
Oh, I always encourage it.
Yeah.
That's enough of the rat dog. That's what I'm calling her now. She's my rat dog. I love her. She will
Any
pass
other-
out on the ground. Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. Are we onto something with the Janina thing? I'm real curious.
Maybe.
And would that be a Cyril conversation? Yes? I feel like a yes.
Maybe I have a timeline already written out of like how I want to do things, and eventually you'll get to that point. Just
But I
naturally
have-
in game.
But I have to poke the things. I have to poke
I know.
the things.
I know. You can absolutely go ahead and poke the things.
But if we are trying to find that book, I feel like that's a Cyril thing. He's already said that he has the book, so
Yeah.
Listen, I was on my grade A cuntiness tonight. However, I am waiting to just run into some older, likely stronger thing, have my shit kicked in, and say something fucking annoying that makes him want to strangle me out. I mean,
you're
that's how
running
I
with one of
live.
those right now.
Yeah, but you're not trying to strangle me out yet.
Yet.
Key word is yet.
As soon as this
Listen,
business deal goes through, your frame of like safety is gone.
I need the constant of, wow, this bitch is fucking annoying. I need to kill her in my life. You don't understand.
The problem is that when Tory tries to take a bite out of her, out of sheer goddamn annoyance.
Your tone seems very pointed right now.
It is. There's a reason for that. Hold still.
Maybe you
Yeah.
should talk to someone about that.
Maybe you should talk to people. Maybe you should talk to people and actually take what they want into account first. So guess what? Turnabout's fair play.
I mean, typically I do, but you know, you look like that.
And you act like that, so.
Thank you. People say I light up a room.
That's okay.
Like the sun.
Not necessarily next game, but the game after that. You'll run into one of those.
I tried to pitch someone off. Yes, I'm sorry, that was
Can
not.
we? Okay, I need to see Dessi interact with Samal at some point.
That's the game after. Yeah, so you're gonna get oh god, he will maybe kill me too. Oh god, he will actually kill me. That is how that progression will go.
We love Samal in this coterie.
What day are we on in game?
Tonight was the 16th.
April?
Yeah.
You got me hungry too.
Also, I would like to
Oh,
say
yeah.
to everyone, that ugly ass couch finally fucking gone. I finally fucking got rid of it. Thank you, Christ.
Oh shit, does that mean Samal woke up from his imposed torpor/slumber just to pick bones with Tory?
I feel like Tori's gonna wake him up.
Right, but he, talked to her just a game or two ago.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I 1000% forgot about that.
Oh, wow, I love meeting new people. You have that ugly look going for you. It's really novel.
To be fair, I feel like the level of pissed off he probably achieved when talking to Tory was part of being woken up early, and then yeah, kind of like that. I can't believe I have to get up at 3 a.m. to discipline the kids kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that he got woken up, had some words, went back to sleep, and then is getting woken up again.
Oh, wow, who's this stranger that we're bothering in their crypt?
It's called stranger danger. Why don't you go meet the danger?
Yeah,
See,
there's
someone
danger on this
told me that, but then they almost put me inside of a van, and that wasn't really fun.
Too bad you weren't taken instead of another woman we know.
Oh. Wow,
Fun fact,
that's
somebody-
really mean.
Fun fact: somebody was actually shoved inside a van and taken.
By the feds.
Please, let me be next. Let me be next. I want to be in the
No.
unmarked minivan, please.
We don't
Please.
need.
I'm a
Okay,
terrible hostage.
Desi needs ties to the coterie before they go save her, because right now, no.
Yeah, we don't want any more super feds on our ass.
No, it doesn't have to be the fence. I just want to be in an unmarked minivan. That's fun as shit.
I mean, I can make that happen.
Can Tory hire someone just to
Last
shut
time I was
Desi up
in the
for a
van,
night?
I was in Chicago. Wow, that's crazy.
Cam, do you know people that
Wow.
would do this?
Yeah, of course he does.
Let's make it happen, please.
I'm a pleasant person. Why would anyone want me to be quiet?
We found a reason for Desi to be away if Cosmic needs to miss a game.
I just needed
I mean-
fucking silence.
But
Someday.
I have a very nice timbre in my voice. I even took vocal training. I sound very nice. I promise.
Oh no, Dangle's scrolling. I don't like this.
No, I'm just clearing my phone of stuff that has accumulated over the last 3 hours.
Fun. Love that.
Yeah, no, honestly, we could probably make that work at least once.
I'm going on a magical trip in a van! Yes!
100% Tory would set that up just to shut her up.
Wow, are you going to Disneyland? Wait, which one is that? Which one is the one in California? Which one's the one in Florida? I want to go to the one in California
Don't worry, you're
first.
taking a trip to California. You said you liked it
Oh
there.
my god! Oh my god! Wow! I love that.
And I love that for you. And my
Oh my
own peace
god!
of mind.
Are you gonna come with me? It's so fun. I
No.
love trips in the van. Why aren't you coming?
Because I've already ridden in enough
Oh.
vans.
Yeah. So, fun fact. Hey, Faye,
Hey, Dangle.
where's your chronicle for after Detroit gonna be located?
It's in Florida, Orlando.
So you bring up Disney. Kind of funny.
Yeah, the Chronicle after Detroit's going to be in Orlando.
Send me down there. I want to be an annoying NPC. Please send me down there. I want to be a piece of shit to players.
If you live, we can absolutely do that. I have a Toreador Prince. You can absolutely be in their little entourage.
And I have a Nosferatu that will absolutely give you shit back.
It's my favorite squirrel friend. Peanut on squirrel, you look like one of them.
No, Squirrel is in Detroit. There's a Malcave or a Nosferatu who has squirrel pets in Detroit.
Yeah.
He's the focus of, or part of the focus for the next game, actually.
Slay.
It's actually
Yes,
hilarious.
Mama,
We were looking up cryptids, and a cryptid in Michigan is green squirrels, and so he has green squirrels.
Because that's not the most
It's a legitimate
Nosferatu
Michigan cryptid.
possible.
That's
So yeah,
hilarious.
Detroit has green squirrels schooled to a Nosferatu now.
Very nice.
I think we broke Cosmic again.
Yeah, good
Let
times
me
there.
have a moment. Just time out. Time out. My dog is looking at me like there's something fucking wrong with me.
My dog has learned to annoy me when I'm like that. Ignore me, I'm sorry.
She gives me a look and then we'll ease away into the kitchen. Like, I can't get up.
See, mine just run away from me. When I get that blank stare, they're like, I don't know what's going to happen, but
My poor dog has seen me have a mommy dear, like a few mommy dearest moments. Some in genuine earnest and me having a breakdown, and others just I'm playing a bitch character in a fucking chronicle, and unfortunately they now have to see it. She now knows to skirt around and try and ignore me. Wait, let me show you a trick. This is funny.
We didn't get to see any of it.
Wait, let me lift her up. She'll act crazy.
Speaking of running away, I need to head out here soon. It's 1 a.m.
Oh, it is.
And I need to be. I need to be responsible. So
Boo.
I'll see y'all Tuesday.
See ya.
yep,
You
there are.
don't need anything special. Just plan a night to do shit and meet people.
Yeah.
If you look for people, kindred people, whatever, you will probably find them there tonight.
Cool.
FYI, the festival, the Nain Rouge parade actually draws about 5,000 people into Detroit every year.
Yeez.
Nice.
Yeah, so people will be there.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, I'm outies.
Peace.
Adios.
So, anybody have anything else that they would like to add to any of that?
I'm excited to see what Twitch gets back with long term. Yeah. Will that
Please put me in the van. I just want to be in the van. Please.
will moving the thing that Amp and Tory talked about forward be a Cyril conversation?
Yes, but it's not actually going to move anything forward.
Okay.
Because I had already planned on Tory finding out and then Tory contacting Amp or Cyril about it and then it being moved quote unquote forward. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, depending on what happens that next game, that's probably going to be one of our early evening things.
Yeah, next game, there's not going to be a whole lot of, what do you guys do? It's going to be, you guys meet up at the bar. And then we're off into the fantastical Steven venture.
Do we need to prep anything for this?
Not really. If there's anything specifically that you don't want touched on in your backstory, let me know.
Lucky
I can
me,
tell you
unproblematic.
Yeah. I can tell you Desi's won't come up as far as backstory is concerned. Desi will be part of Christmas future, quote unquote.
Oh, okay.
But it's
I
okay.
might be absent on those days.
This is all Steven hallucination. It's fine.
Oh, I love that for Slay.
There will be some Tory stuff that's Christmas past. There will be some Shiloh stuff that's Christmas past. Steven will have things.
How ominous. Just things.
Things and stuff.
Things will happen.
And I say Christmas, it's technically in April, so it's not technically Christmas, but you know.
It's real life Christmas, not in-game Christmas.
Yeah. Actually, that's weird. That's how that timing worked out, isn't it?
We had it on spot last year.
Yes. It was just, I wasn't going to do that kind of time skip.
Oh, no. I mean, I could see that endgame happening in Detroit, like big skips of time with broad overviews, but that would be more towards the end.
Yeah. Mine, there's not going to be a whole lot of actual, like, skipping around. So. Maybe a little bit, not enough to, like, really say there is.
Yeah, Detroit's probably gonna be skipping, and we'll see where that goes from there, but I could see big skips being part of A's long-term setup, maybe?
I don't know who's trying to set up anything long-term.
I meant for the city itself.
Yeah. And I mean, here, if things turn out to be, well, we need to set this up, set that up, then we'll have skips, but in the meantime, I don't plan on any, necessarily. Also plan on going to New Orleans at some point, because I'm sure once you're handed an invitation to go to a party in New Orleans, let's go crash that shit.
Hell yeah!
And then we can let Dessi go full Dessi.
Mm-hmm. Tory would encourage.
What do you mean go full Dessi? I am such a calm and relaxing person to be around.
Sure.
Yes. I'm glad you agree.
Tory would 100% encourage that.
You're trying to get rid of me and send me to Florida. Joke's on you. I was Florida in spirit.
I like that. And then let Steven go full Steven while he's there. That'd be great.
Oh god. It's too bad we don't have anything to like trigger bestial failure.
I mean, just keep making him
Yes,
do
we
tests.
do.
And
But
I
do
mean,
we?
technically, but not for Steven. Steven can't do it to himself. That's part of dementation.
Oh yeah, I meant for him. I mean, you want Tory to go ape shit, go for it, although who knows what you're gonna get in that relay. I should be pissed.
I mean, I can find out.
Let's find out. What would it be? Aww.
Do not encourage her. She is tearing at my blankets.
Well, Steven did promise her that he wouldn't do it to her, so she'd definitely be extra pissed.
Yeah, but if there's a problem, she might actually say, like, hey, make me do the thing. I very much doubt it, but, you know, maybe.
That is the blessing of the camera. Because when I shame her in front of people, she's smart enough to realize there are people on here. She'll stop.
Just take a screenshot and pull it up next time you have to shame her.
No, she is not ashamed of herself. Like
No, I mean a screenshot of the Discord screen. And pull it up.
That's actually valid. That's actually valid. That's actually valid. It's valid. Oh, let me actually do that now. Because she will act uppity. Like, she can't do, like, she will just be a badass. As soon as she knows people are looking at her that aren't me, she's just like, I can't do anything wrong.
Let's be honest here, I've got 3 of them. And they all go woof. And then I say, get in your cage. And they say, no. And then I grab them, pick them up, and put them in the cage. But it would be dominance.
Oh, awesome. That would go so well.
Yeah. Because, yeah.
Yeah.
How much can we make this a disaster situation? Like,
Well,
how much can we just, like...
Have you watched our Elysium episode? We can make it
Yeah.
a disaster.
Please.
So
Please. I want to be fucking chaotic. I want to see this man be a fucking terror hazard, a fucking hazard to people around him. I just want this.
Yeah. We wrecked Elysium. It was great. But we did it passive aggressively. For the most part.
For you.
It was fun. It was for Carissa. It's fine. Screw Carissa.
Also, I do have like a question, just like in general, and then I need to like pop off. Like, you guys, like, it sounds like in character when you say, "Oh, the Toreador that was with us," it sounds a bit jilted. It sounds a bit, but a little bit.
We all hate Toreador here.
I'm so happy I'm not one. I'm not. I'm different. I'm special. We have Toreador at home.
No, the Carissa has ruined Toreador for a lot of people there. Tory has a lot of feelings about Toreador. She does not like them, and actually she's afraid of them.
yeah, so I think I sent you the right link. 98% sure. To Cosmic. If you want to see what they can do, if they want to just cause chaos. There was a running joke of this is Chaos Crew when Buttons wasn't here before, but even when Buttons is there, when they want to, they can. They're rather good at it.
I love it. I'm going to look at it, well, I guess today.
Nice.
Yes. Now, on that note, I am going to take off all this makeup, and I will talk to you guys when we next have a game.
Farewell. You might actually see me in makeup if I ever get to play Peggy.
Yay! Yes! Yes!
Maybe. Debatable for Tory, but probably for Peggy.
It's only on Tory when I'm actively forcing and coercing you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is, that I love that. That was my favorite episode so far. I loved it. It was all about me. I got to be a fucking cunt to people. No repercussions, except for the fact that people are just like, can you please shut the fuck up?
Yeah, you won't get too many more of those freebies until, like, once the deal goes through, Tory doesn't fucking need you unless something else happens. So, you know.
And that is why
Good luck.
Conveniently forget. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. So you put her in that mindset again. Whew.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. So with that, I feel like that's a good point to end on. Good night for anybody that's still with us, if anybody is still with us, and anybody that has made it to this point, good night. That was, that was something.
Yeah.
So join us next time.
Good night.
Good night.